Welcome to the Geeks and Greeks podcast, where we bring in the latest and greatest in the world of sports. We couldn't be more thrilled to kick off this exciting journey with all of you. In this podcast, we'll dive into everything from game recaps to news and hot takes. Whether you're a diehard fan or just someone looking to stay in the loop, there's something here for everyone. So grab your favorite team's jersey, settle in with some snacks, and let's get ready for an adrenaline-packed ride through the world of sports. Alright guys, we are back for another episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast. Welcoming Pete back this week after being gone. Woo. And it's good to have him back. We're excited for this week. We got a fun episode this week, ramping up for the NFL season to start here in really about 2 weeks, I think, before we kick off. And so we are excited. I'm excited for it. I can't wait for this episode and the NFL season to start, really. But before we get into our show, what do we got going on this week, guys? How's it been?
Dude, it's my birthday.
All right.
Yeah, like the hat.
Yeah.
So,
boy, Dr. Birthday Boy.
now I turned 40 today. So, yeah, the big 4-0. Good times. But things have been good, man. I just got back from a vacation. I mean, work sucks, and I'm back at work. But other than that, I'm feeling great these days. How you guys?
Oh, it's been good. Work's been busy. We had one of our guys on our team got promoted, so I've taken over a majority of his responsibilities, so I've had to learn a lot of what he did.
Yeah.
So now I'm taking over his, and then we have someone else that is probably, I'm guessing, going to be letting go because I'm partially learning some of their stuff too. So I'm like, oh, great. Now we're down to 2 people out of 4. Awesome.
So when do you start getting their old salaries?
Yeah, right.
I
don't know. We'll see.
That way.
I've been making plans and trying to make ways to possibly move to a different position here. Hopefully within the next 6 months to a year.
Nice.
So hopefully I won't have to worry about that raise. I get a better raise.
Good luck.
Yeah. We'll see. I got to start reaching out to some of the other engineering managers and stuff around the company.
I just got a new 6-month project put on my desk today, and it's a whole lot of pull in data from 12 different departments and make it all make sense. And I'm like, that's gonna be great.
Those are the best.
But that moves us into Out of Bounds. Now, this is the part of the podcast where we talk about things that we've been interested in this week that either have a very mild attachment to sports or none at all. But I think it's only fair that we start with the birthday boy, Pete. What have you been interested in this week?
Hey, so I have been very caught up in the show Twisted Metal on Peacock. I don't know if you guys have been watching it, but it is... So we're in season 2 right now, and I don't want to give too much away because it really is a good show. But it is just slapstick kind of comedy and just gory, brutal violence. Like exactly what you would want from a Twisted Metal show. Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth, which he's a psycho killer clown that when they all get in, there'll be a big scene where they're going to ride in and fight each other. And he sprays lighter fluid on his head and lights his hair on fire before they start fighting. It's insane. He walks around with a giant cleaver that's 2.5 feet long, just cutting people in half and laughing while doing it. And it's Samoa Joe in a clown mask with Will Arnett's voice. So it's Lego Batman's voice. You got running around killing people with Samoa Joe's body and a clown face. I don't know how you get any better than that. It's real good. I mean, it's not for children. I would say 16 plus for sure if you haven't seen it, but they're getting towards the end of season 2 and I have not been able to stop watching it. I'm there on Thursday as soon as it premieres. So that has been what I've been into.
How about you, Adam?
So lately, I've actually been into the Netflix show. Actually, I've kind of gone back and rewatching it because I watched it when it first came out. But I've been watching the Netflix show Castlevania,
Oh, okay.
and it was really, really well done. I watched it when they first came out with it, and the original series they did had 4 seasons, and this one that followed the Trevor Belmont series, which was off of Castlevania 3 from the Nintendo. So you had Trevor, Sypha, and the original Alucard. And then they also did a second series called Nocturne, which was based in around Richter in the French Revolution time period. So there's 2 different series. Both are really well done. Again, neither one of these are kid shows either. They're very gory. And it's the original series is also kind of had some slapstick to it, because you had the vampire hunter and the vampire son teaming up together. So the interactions between them can be kind of funny sometimes, and them just kind of picking at each other is fairly entertaining.
Yeah.
And then Sypha just kind of in the middle trying to make Peacekeeper sometimes was just amusing and entertaining. But I really like the show. It's very well done. And it was just something that I kind of went back to because it had been a while since I watched it. And I'm on season 3 of 4 on the original series right now. So, very fun show.
Nice.
Well, I've got 2 entries to make into the Out of Bounds section. The first one is Season 2, Part 1 of Wednesday. Came out on Netflix. And I really like this show because, quite frankly, Wednesday reminds me of my daughter. But because it's just part 1, there's only 4 episodes, so it took us only a couple of days to get through that. And so I started watching my second entry, Quantum Leap. This is a sequel series to the original one that came out in the 90s.
Scott Bakula.
Yeah, Scott Bakula was the original series, and then they recently came out with a sequel series that's supposed to be them taking another attempt at the project and even trying to rescue... Well, I guess they never say they were trying to rescue Scott Bakula, but it's kind of cool. And it kind of sucked that it only made it 2 seasons and then they canceled the sequel series.
I've got to tell you, man, I've never seen the sequel series, and I've only watched a handful of the Scott Bakula series. Why is he jumping from time period to time period? I never understood that.
The characters in this show speculate that they're being leaped around in time by God to kind of make the world a better place, to fix wrongs that happened in time.
Okay.
And they're hoping that eventually he'll be just sent home because he's got nothing else to do.
So it's Touched by an Angel with time travel.
You know, that's pretty close to the truth right there.
All right.
So they finally made Touched by an Angel interesting.
I mean, Scott Bakula will do it for you, man.
No.
But I highly encourage you guys to watch Wednesday, the old Quantum Leap series, and the new Quantum Leap series. It's all good television.
Yeah. I did watch the original Wednesday season. I haven't gotten a chance to get to the new ones yet.
If you hold out for a few more weeks, you'll be able to watch the entire season 2 in one.
Probably just do that, to be honest with you, at this point. I'll probably just wait till the whole thing's out.
Because September 3rd is when the second half comes out.
Yeah.
You know, it drives me nuts when they do that. I get it. But it's if you want me to just binge it the way you want me to binge it, just give it to me all at once. And Peacock with Twisted Metal, they're releasing 2 episodes a week that are a half hour apiece. It's just release an hour-long episode. I don't understand. Don't give me 2 episodes every Thursday. It's weird.
But
Yeah,
that brings
that's one thing I liked with Castlevania. Is like each episode was like 45 minutes to an hour. So it's like you only
Yeah.
have like 7-8 episodes to a season.
Right.
Same with like The Last of Us. Each episode's like an hour long.
Yeah. Well, then you could be like Star Trek in 7 seasons, 22 episodes a season, and every episode's at least an hour long.
Yeah.
yes, the way they used to do it, and they did it right.
Right.
An hour with commercials.
Yeah.
True. But so
That's
it's like
fair.
42 minutes.
Yeah.
But that brings us into the next section of the podcast, NFL QB rankings. Now, we here at the Geeks and Greeks podcast each created a list ranking the starting quarterbacks in the NFL, and then I took everyone's list and created the Geeks and Greeks 2025 preseason quarterback ranking.
Woo.
Here. Now, we start off with the first 6 with Lamar Jackson unanimously at number 1, followed by Pat Mahomes, Josh Allen, Super Bowl champ Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, and Joe Burrow. Now, the order may vary, but we all consistently had these 6 guys as the top 6.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. I am a little surprised how low you guys ranked Hurts, though. I mean, he did just win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, but
I'm
as
just
we also
saying.
said, we also weren't counting his playoff run. It was only after the regular season.
You mean the season where he won his division and, like, completely dominated the NFC? Other than the only team that may have been better was the Lions, and we proved that they weren't. So,
I mean,
Just saying.
you also proved that they weren't because they were also pulling people from the stadium and the seats to play defense.
that's true.
Like, I mean, no, and Jalen Hurts. It's funny because I mean, I ranked Jalen Hurts as 6th, but it's funny because even being ranked 6th, he was the quote unquote weakest link on the entire offense at 6th. Like,
Yeah.
it's really no real hurt. I mean, I don't want to put anything against him. He's a really good quarterback, but like, I mean, as of just basing it off of last year, I'd take Goff over Hurts just off of what he did. But like, I mean, being a number 6 isn't a bad thing, I don't think.
No.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that my view's a little tainted here, but
Just
you
a
know,
little.
when the entire game's on the line and all you need is one more inch, I kind of feel like Hurts is the guy to go for, and that's okay. You guys don't have to agree.
I got him top 5. Come on.
That's fair. That's fair.
But now at this point, we start to lightly disagree with Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, Dak Prescott, Matt Stafford, and Baker Mayfield, each scoring between 71 and 76 points.
Wow. I scored Dak higher than Adam.
So my thing with Dak is I was really trying not to let the like biasness of the Cowboys come in. Plus, he was also hurt, so it was hard to put him in the top 10 because he was hurt last year and he had a little bit of a down year. But I also thought there was guys that were just a little bit better than him last year.
Yeah.
And for me, the biggest reason I had Jaden Daniels at 12 is because it was only a season, and I wanted to see him do it more than once before I put him in the top 10. Like, he had an amazing season last year. I couldn't in good conscience put him in the top 10 just based off of one season. Now, if he does it twice, no doubt he's going to be in the top 10. But just off one season, I just couldn't do it.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I put Dak in the top 10 for the same reason you left him out. Because I was like, you know, I'm probably just being biased that I want to put him below 10. He deserves to be in the top 10. I know he was a little injured last year, banged up, but he was still a top 10 quarterback when he played.
Maybe
The exact same reasoning.
Maybe I undervalued him just a little bit because I was trying to not be biased.
See, I have the opinion that I think Dak Prescott and the weapons around him are completely capable of getting to a Super Bowl. It's just they've had, like, the worst luck at the worst time that just cripples them, and then it's just pain from there. So
I don't know, man. When it happens more than a few times, it stops being luck.
Yeah,
my opinion.
That's why, I think, right now, I think Dak's, he's that perennial 9, 10, 11 in that range. At this point in his career, he's drafted, we're going almost into year 9 at this point. I don't think he's higher than, like I said, 9, 10, maybe 11. And I put him at 11 just because, like I said, he was hurt and he had a decent year. At this point, without having a running game, there's not much else he can really do.
I know, and my goodness, the bastard got a big fat contract and then went and got hurt on Jerry Jones. How dare he?
Yeah, I know, right?
But next we have the middle of the road quarterbacks with Justin Herbert, Jordan Love, Kyler Murray, Geno Smith, Sam Darnold, Bo Nix, Brock Purdy, Tua Tagovailoa, Drake May, Trevor Lawrence, each between a 64 and a 44. And I need to do a quick adjustment here because that is not as good as it was.
No, I'm on a tiny screen. I forgot. So I'm actually kind of glad that I ranked Justin Herbert the lowest out of all of us, because I'm ranking these quarterbacks, and I'm like, I really feel like it might be time for me to give up on Justin Herbert and stop pretending like he's going to be good, because I just don't think that he's ever going to amount to anything. Top 15, sure, he's in the top half of the league, but, good enough to make the playoffs and do absolutely buckus outside of that,
See, it's funny. I feel like Justin Herbert's that perennial Chargers quarterback, like Phillip Rivers was. He has an amazing regular season, but then as soon as he makes it to the playoffs, everything seems to fall apart. And Phillip Rivers is always a top 5 to top 8 quarterback in the league. Same as what Justin Herbert's been.
Yeah.
So that's kind of why I had Herbert at 10. Is he's been really good in the season. He just can't put it together in the postseason.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Herbert's also got that same problem that Rivers did. Because Rivers used to have to go through Roethlisberger, Brady, and Manning and those guys. And now Herbert's got to go through Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, and Joe Burrow and C.J. Stroud. And it's like, dude, the AFC just has this insane gauntlet of quarterbacks that it's a dogfight in the playoffs so much.
It is.
It's hard to kind of hold it against them sometimes. Last year he just fell apart, and there's no excuse for last year because he really played terribly. But some years some years he doesn't play bad, but it's just the competition at quarterback is so high in the AFC. In the top 5 is legit. 3 of the 5 is AFC.
Yeah.
Yep. And pointing out that Bo Nix is the worst in the AFC West, and Brock Purdy is the worst in the NFC West.
That's hilarious. The Brock's in the lowest in the NFC.
Yeah. I'm not shocked. I've been saying it for at least 2 years now. He's a fraud.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant.
But now we come to the borderline quarterbacks. If they were going to California public schools, they would be passing, but with a D. I give you Caleb Williams, Cam Ward, Bryce Young, Russell Wilson, Michael Penix Jr., Justin Fields, and J.J. McCarthy, each scoring between 39 and 23 points. And
Wow, you put Penix at 30. Wow. No love
Yeah.
for Penix.
No love for Michael Penix.
I don't know. He only got partial start last year. I think he's going to do pretty good. They've got a lot of good weapons out in Atlanta. Justin Fields, I feel bad for him just because he's stuck in the Jets.
I mean, yeah, but what did he do last year? I mean, even on the Jets, I don't think he deserves to be anywhere in conversations.
No. I'm not saying that he does. I just said I feel bad for him because he's stuck in the Jets.
Just in general.
At least he gets a chance to start, and he won't be fighting for a quarterback spot.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, Russell Wilson's time is numbered in the Giants. I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
Now we come to the bottom of the list. The worst quarterbacks in the NFL. We have Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, whoever ends up being the starter for the Saints, probably Spencer Rattler, maybe Tyler Show. And finally, whoever ends up being the Browns quarterback, which we will get to in a minute.
Say right now they've announced Joe Flacco starting week 1.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Oh, I mean, would I have rated Joe Flacco above a 32?
No.
No, I wouldn't have. Yeah, maybe I would have given him 31 for the Saints and then give the Saints the 32, but...
I mean, the fact that Joe Flacco went to high school in the 90s and he's still starting, it's one of those things where it's like, part of me is like, dude, just start either Shador or Dylan Gabriel at this point.
Right.
There's no point in not, but at the same time, we've also talked about, how many times have we also said, let rookies sit for a while, then start them. So we kind of be hypocrites to also say start the rookie.
I mean, I think the thing is you let the rookies sit a while and then start them when you have a team around them. When there is really no hope out there. Go for it. See what the kid can do.
Yeah, I guess the way I see it though is if you have no team around him, why kill the rookie? I'd rather let the old man kind of take the beating.
I mean, it's my birthday and I turned 40, so maybe that's why I feel like the old man should get a break.
I mean, that's fair, but you're also not getting paid to play quarterback.
I would though. They just need to call me. Andy.
I'd get
Nick Sirianni's got my number. I'm saying.
I'd get paid a couple $100,000 to go take a beating for a few games in the NFL, right?
Yeah, for sure. With a smile on my face the whole damn time.
just dollar signs the whole time. I do want to point out how hilarious it is that Aaron Rodgers is number 30 on this list, and he is still not the worst in the AFC North. Just let that sink in for a second.
Yeah. You know what, though? I mean, honestly, had the Browns decided to start either Shador or Dylan Gabriel, I would have ranked him higher. But since they decided that they were going to start Joe Flacco, that's why I put him in the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason for me, because I actually went to the Browns official website and went to their depth chart, and that's where they had Flacco officially listed as the starter. I'm like, oh, well, last.
I mean, for what it's worth, Flacco is my mom's favorite non-Eagle quarterback.
I mean, he was great in 2009.
That's what I'm saying.
With Baltimore? Isn't that the year he won the Super Bowl with Baltimore?
I think so.
It was 2008 or 2009, something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
But yeah, I mean, it was. I mean, he used to be really good, but I mean, I don't want him as my starting quarterback week 1 in 2025, man.
No, I don't.
I mean, does he make a really good backup and can teach the young guys? Absolutely. I love him in Cleveland for a locker room presence in that quarterback room to help teach, Dylan Gabriel and Shador Sanders and the journeyman Kenny Pickett. But, you know, I don't want him as my week 1 starter.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. I mean, and yeah, I'm pretty sure the Saints have named Spencer Rattler as their week 1 starter at this point.
Yeah, I was pretty sure.
Yeah, because from what I've heard and from what I've seen, he's been beating Tyler Show in training camp, in OTAs, and in preseason pretty soundly too. So I from what I've heard, but again, who knows? And it's the Saints. I'm pretty sure the Saints, the Steelers, and the Browns are. Well, even if the Browns get the worst, they probably would take a quarterback.
Yeah.
But that brings us into the next section of the podcast, a word from our sponsor.
Hey guys, what's up? Before we continue our show, I want to talk to you about our new sponsor, Dubby. You ever feel like you need that extra oomph to power through those late night study sessions, clutch those game wins, or finish that epic video edit? I know I do, and I finally found something that actually works without the jitters or the dreaded crash. Let me introduce you to Dubby. That's right guys, we're partnering with Dubby and we're seriously hyped. Dubby is our new go-to energy drink and it is a total game changer. What makes it so different is first off, and this is huge for me, Dubby has no artificial dyes, plus it's all completely sugar-free. So, you don't get that quick energy spike followed by a massive crash. And the taste is absolutely amazing. Dubby comes with a bunch of different flavors, such as Tiger's Blood, Green Apple, Strawberry Pineapple, plus limited time offers that do go quickly. I'm currently obsessed with the Tiger's Blood myself, but they're all really good. Alright, so how do you get your hands on this stuff? Head on over to dubby.gg and use our code GEEKS10 for 10% off your entire order. That's dubby.gg, dubby.gg. Seriously guys, go give it a try. You won't regret it. We love this product and I'm sure you will too. It's definitely been a game changer for us and I'm stoked to be sharing it with the rest of you. Now, let's go ahead and get back to our show.
Moving along to the next section of the podcast, Geeks and Greeks News. Now, we just got done talking about the Browns, who currently have 6 quarterbacks on their roster. They have the Joe Flacco, who is starting week 1, the 19-year veteran, the 8-year veteran, Deshaun Watson, Tyler Huntley, the 6-year veteran,
Deshaun Watson,
Kenny Pickett, the 4-year veteran, Dylan Gabriel, the rookie out of Oregon, drafted in the 3rd round, and your Shedeur Sanders, the rookie out of Colorado, drafted in the 5th round. 6 quarterback. That is mental.
That's more players than an offensive line. If you have more quarterbacks than your offensive line, that is a problem.
We are 6 days away from the 53-man roster deadline, and I wanted to ask you guys, first off, who do you think needs to be QB2 behind Flacco in week 1?
I mean,
I don't even know.
For me, honestly, I think it needs to be either Shedeur Sanders or Dylan Gabriel. It needs to be one of the 2 rookies.
Okay.
I really honestly don't care who it is. I think, honestly, because it's the Browns, both are going to get a chance to start throughout the season. There's really no point. If you're going to take 2 rookies, you may as well give them a chance to start and to play. So there's really no reason why both of them aren't going to play at some point. Honestly, at this point, you may as well just release Kenny Pickett. There's no point in having him. I mean, Deshaun's probably not playing at all this year because he had that I think it was an Achilles tear last year. So he's probably not even going to play this year. You probably don't even want him around anymore at this point. You're just going to pay him to stay home.
Yeah.
And so, I think it's just best if you're going with just Flacco and then your 2 rookies on the roster at this point. So, that's kind of what I would go with. And then, as the season goes, I mean, Flacco will get you through the first few 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then we'll see how Gabriel and Sanders do through practice and throughout the season, and then you kind of make your decisions through then at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder what kind of message you were sending picking Gabriel and then Sanders in the draft. And, who were you trying to send a message to? Was it a message you were sending to Gabriel, we don't trust you? enough to be our starting quarterback, so we're going to go get Shore Sanders? Or was it a message to Sanders like, you need to check your ego at the door? We can replace you so much that we'll pick another quarterback over you, and we'll take you later because you're a problem child. Not necessarily that he's a problem child, but like, he's got an ego. And I think that depending on what message they're trying to send is going to depend on who's quarterback one and who's quarterback, or 2 and 3 rather. But I think you go with both of them, and everyone else, Deshaun Watson, he just shouldn't be playing football. And you're right. I mean, the only thing Kenny Pickett is doing on this team is not being on another team. Like, there's no way he's even going to dress on Sundays. So why are you still paying him to wear your uniform?
Yeah, and I think, didn't they trade for him?
They might have. I don't remember.
They traded a draft pick to get him or something from Philly, because I don't think his contract was even up. Maybe it was, but I think they traded for him. Like, that's even the sadder part, is that they didn't even sign him; they just traded for him
in exchange for Dorian Thompson-Robinson,
which I think was one of the other like starting, like 4-string starting quarterbacks.
Yeah, quarterback. And a 5th-round pick from Detroit to the Eagles in exchange for Kenny Pickett.
So nothing is what you're saying.
I mean, at least they gave up nothing, though. You know what? If you as long as you didn't give up any real asset to get him,
right?
That's what's important there.
But that's a 5th-round pick. That's a Shedeur Sanders right there, man.
Yeah, but for Detroit, though. I mean, at this point, if this was Detroit from like 7-8 years ago, that would be semi-valuable because I'd be a top of the 5th-round pick. Now, this is the bottom of the 5th round, so it's a 6th-round pick.
Well, but hey, Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick, right?
This is true. 7. That's also an outlier.
Hey, look, Nicky Foles was a 4th-round pick. He won a Super Bowl pick.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Dak Prescott's a 4th-round pick. He's a top 10 quarterback in the league.
You know what?
But moving from a sport that we have a great amount of interest to a sport that we have probably the least amount of interest in.
Hockey?
The WNBA.
Oh.
Sunday's WNBA game, Fever versus the Suns, had the Fever winning, but at the cost of Sophie Cunningham being out for the season.
Oh no.
This infuriated the ever-living crap out of me because I have the whole breakdown written, but I'm not going to get into it. Bria Hartley basically cannonballed into the side of Sophie Cunningham's knee, messing her up. She had to hobble off the court. She's out for the season. And there are pictures of this woman clearly smiling as she's laying on the ground watching Sophie hobble off the court. And it's like, what kind of crap players do you have in this league that kind of stuff happens? I'm done. I'm done with these officials that don't punish anybody for this kind of stuff. It's crap. But the only plus side is that now the Fever get to make their second hardship signing because they qualify for not having enough players to fill a roster.
Jesus.
This is
That's right, because they lost Caitlin Clark, too.
They've lost Sydney Colson, Ari McDonald, Caitlin Clark, and now Sophie Cunningham. They've lost 4 out of 12.
It's a dangerous team to be on there, bud.
Yeah.
Caitlin's fault.
It's pretty bad.
So when you say cannonball, like what I'm envisioning is she's like in the corner up on the ropes, and then like another girl comes running in and she flips over and hits her in the face with her ass. Is that what happened?
So what it was is she went up for a shot that the shot was clearly the afterthought. She was just trying to roll into Sophie's leg. Because the shot, you can't even call it an air ball. It went nowhere near the hoop. It actually ended up on the other side of the court in the hands of a Fever player who was all alone.
Jesus.
And it's just like, yeah, you were just trying to run into Sophie. That's what that was.
It's the wild, wild west out there, man. Jesus.
Yeah. And the most infuriating thing is that the refs still haven't punished her for it. And it's just like, you clearly were kneecapping this chick and just ugh.
I suppose since it's Indiana. It's the wild Midwest.
Midwest.
Let's get pictures of Tanya Harding just kneecapping somebody.
Tanya Harding.
I actually wrote that joke in here where I call her Tanya Harding. Hartley. Sorry, her name's Hartley, not Harding. But anyway.
Is she related to Kevin Owens?
Yeah. That's who she learned the cannonball from.
Right, I got that's right. That's the mental picture I got.
But yeah, I just remember when no one cared about these games and they were they weren't less violent, but they weren't this bad.
They also weren't getting TV deals worth a few $1 billion either.
Yeah, and that's what's going to change it right there, because they're going to get a TV deal worth $1 billion, and Caitlin Clark's going to go down, and all the viewership's going to go down, and they're going to be like, all right, we're going to have to fine this person for taking her out because she's costing the entire league money. Like, that's what's going to end up happening.
And with their lack of paychecks, that's actually going to hurt them.
Exactly.
I have to wonder if Caitlin Clark's been out of this season like 90% of the games due to like 3 or 4 separate injuries, and I have to wonder, what's that going to do to this multi-million-dollar television contract if Caitlin Clark is just gone? It's gonna it's gonna circle the drain, and it's not gonna be worth the toilet paper.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they start doing. You'd think they would have already had him start clamping down on this kind of stuff.
You'd hope.
Apparently, the revenue hasn't been hurt enough because of it.
Or they haven't put it together yet, but they will soon enough.
I mean, you'd think so, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, usually viewerships and money is pretty handily together.
Yeah, I mean, but I'm just saying it's a fairly new deal for a company that isn't used to making money, so
or having
possible
viewers.
it's possible they haven't connected all the dots yet,
Yeah.
or gotten the dollar signs out of their eyes enough to even see what's happening.
Our accounting books are in the black. I don't understand what's going on.
Not even paying attention, just making sure these numbers are right. It doesn't make any sense. We're making money?
Oh, man.
Very true. Did you guys see or did you hear about MLB is talking about expansion and having 2 new teams coming in?
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Why?
So there'd be 32 teams now, and with that, they do divisional realignments.
Okay.
They're talking about possibly getting rid of the American and National Leagues.
Uh-oh.
No, it needs to be AL East, West, North, and South. NL East, West, North, and South, just like the NFL.
I don't know. They're talking about doing complete realignments of everything, like just completely redrawing the divisions and everything. Like, I don't know. It's nothing but speculation at this point what exactly they mean by that. But people are talking could that mean that the Yankees and Mets are in the same division now, and we just get these close rivalries that's just starting the division?
I
don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't help but ask, did this all start with a Donald Trump tweet where he was like, redraw the divisions and find me 2 new teams?
I think so. MLB's been talking about expansion for a few years now.
Yeah, okay. No, I mean, I do have to ask the question, why? I mean, I get it. Baseball is America's pastime, blah, blah, blah. It's more of a global sport than football is, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But, what this nation does not need is more baseball. There is already too much baseball. And, best pitcher in the league, Zach Wheeler, went out injured this week. Got a blood clot, had to have surgery to remove it. Sucks. I really hope he gets better soon. Probably not playing for the rest of the season. Understandable. And that sucks. But at the same time, you're going to get more of that because you're adding more teams, which is going to end up having more games, which is going to be more injuries. And it's just there's already too much baseball. If you're going to add 2 more teams, drop 80 games, please. Drop 80 games from the schedule and make it a 100-game season, and then have your two teams. Like, maybe people will start getting interested.
I mean,
That's
I don't
an
think they'd
interesting
drop any
idea.
games. I think they'd still stick with the 162-game season. But I think the biggest thing that the commissioner was talking about, what Manfred was talking about, is that they would kind of redo. I think they do more East-West as the conferences instead of American and National League as the conferences, and
Yeah.
so you'd kind of get better playoff scenarios. So you wouldn't have issues and problems like with East Coast teams playing West Coast teams in the playoffs. So you wouldn't have like Boston playing like Seattle and have like West Coast start time of 8, so it's like 11 p.m. on the East Coast. I think they're focusing more for playoffs than anything. It's honestly, I think it's playoffs more than anything else, because playoffs is where you make your money.
I mean, why not just redraw the division lines then? Like, you don't need to expand the team. I just don't see what the market is for it. You're losing fans.
More team is more money, more TV revenue.
I mean, or is it saturating the market, which will cause less money, less fans, less merchandise sales?
I mean, I don't know, honestly. I mean, I think baseball and basketball kind of fight. They fight for that number 2 spot as far as which sport's more popular, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, football is clearing away the number 1 sport in the country. It has been for probably 2 decades at this point.
Yeah.
Probably around 2000, turn of the century. But I honestly don't know. I mean, there's 30 teams. I mean, basketball's looking to expand to 32 as well. They both have. They've both been looking at this for at least 5 years now. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me. And the redrawing the divisions kind of makes sense because, I mean, NL Central, I think, has 6 teams, where I think that's the only division that's got 6, and the rest of them have like 5.
I think that's right.
That's weird.
So it's like, I mean, you've got an opportunity to bring some in, and then you have 32, and you can do 4 divisions of 4 on each side. So it makes it a bit more even. I don't know. But it doesn't surprise me. It just something that I thought was kind of interesting that Manfred was talking about on the ESPN broadcast like a day or 2 ago.
No,
And like the baseball world's been in an uproar about it ever since, about redoing the divisions and everything.
See, they need to lean into the design that is proven to work. That is the NFL. You can have your AL and NL and then just do what the NFL did, where you have the AFC and the NFC, and just divide the teams into 2, but still have them, well, I can't say geographically close because look at the NFC East. But
Yeah, I mean, at one point, someone made a good point. I didn't know this, but while I was listening to one of the YouTube channels I watch, he was talking about. He was like, one of the guys was talking about. He was like, "Look, I'm old enough to remember when the Atlanta Braves were in the NL West. Like, the divisions haven't always made sense geographically.
no.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, he's like, I get it. He's like, honestly, I'm perfectly fine with redrawing some of these divisions like this. Baseball, the problem with baseball fans is that they're too beholden to tradition, and they're just afraid of change. Any change is bad,
I'll agree with that for sure.
and that's the biggest problem with baseball is that they're too stuck in like the 40s, 50s, and 60s, and that they're afraid of anything past that for any kind of change in the sport.
It's kind of crazy that if you're going to go to 32, the number that is perfectly designed for 2 leagues split into 4 sets of 4. That is how you should divvy this up. Yes, you're going to get teams like the Seattle Seahawks who bounced around, but that's the price you pay when you're cutting your league into different sections. Get over it.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
at the same point though, like I have no problem doing East and West. Because to a point now, the American and National League really don't matter too much because there's no more because they got rid of interleague play.
You're
the American and
right.
National League play each other all the time. Like interleague play used to be really cool because they play each other for like a month during the season in like June or July. Other than that, they never play each other except for the World Series or the All-Star game, and that's what
This is
made
the
it really
perfect
cool.
opportunity to bring it back.
Yeah,
the
it would be,
divisions
but they're
matter.
not going to.
I know, but they.
But
need
like,
to.
I mean, it'd be neat. I don't know. I guess I can get to a point where what he's saying, where it's like you're focusing the Western Conference is playing Western Conference in the playoffs, and you have a better like people. It's easier for people to watch because you're not splitting the country and who's watching what times. But at the same time, it's just because football is different. I mean, it's one game at one time. You're not doing an entire series.
Yeah.
So you're not
Yeah.
multiple games, and it's also
I mean,
on Sunday.
That's fair.
It's not like it's not like on a Wednesday night.
The thing is, though, like if you're not going to do interleague play and you're going to do 162 games, that is more than 10 games per team, assuming you evenly split them out. Which means you're not going to evenly split them out. You're going to play one team more often than that. So you're going to end up playing one team like 25, 30 times a season. That's what I mean by market saturation.
Well, you
like
play
it's
division more anyway.
I get it, but that's what I mean by market saturation. Like if I'm watching a game where the Phillies are playing the Mets for the 29th time this season, I'm not going to be super hyped for who wins. I don't care. Like, and that's the problem WWE has with their best of 7 series is that they never call best of 7 and just try to like shoehorn in 7 straight matches with the same 2 guys to a storyline. I know there's no storyline in baseball, but it just gets boring. Like, it's palate fatigue, and there's too many damn games. Cut it to 100. I thought there was 182 games. If there's 162, then only cut 62 games. Cap it at 100. Honestly, cap it at 99. Don't have a third digit in the number of games you play in a season, because it's just not worth it. It's oversaturating the market, I think.
Agreed.
I mean, I don't think they ever would because they lose so much money off of ad revenue, and all that.
I disagree because they could charge more per game, and you can make it up in that. You know, like you've got to dilute that out through 162 games.
I mean, you think the baseball teams would riot if they lost the American and National League? If they lose 60 games, then we might burn some of the stadiums down.
So what's that going to be a riot of? Like 3 people for a major city? Like, who cares?
Enough.
Oh, that's hilarious. Why are we rioting? Our baseball team got changed. We have a baseball team?
The only ones you care are the Yankees and the Mets.
Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe the Phillies.
I mean, the Phillies are okay.
I mean, they're first in the division.
I mean, yeah, but with Wheeler out, how long is that going to last?
Yeah, true. The Mets are like only, I think, a game and a half or 2 games back right now.
Yeah. And I mean, they weren't going to do anything in the playoffs. It wasn't that
They
year.
usually choke anyway.
Right, exactly.
I mean,
They've only been to the playoffs like, what?
So the Eagles are the only ones that can actually like step up and deliver.
I mean, if we're talking Philly sports in general, there's the Soul. They were really good for a while. I forgot they're not around
They're not
anymore.
even a thing anymore.
Yeah, no, sorry. The Philadelphia Union is what I meant. The soccer team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I actually
Wasn't the
meant.
Soul the AFL team that folded?
Yeah. But they were good, though. They won, like,
yeah.
3 of the last 5 championships or something like that. They were good.
In a league
But-
of 6 teams.
I mean, fair. And the 3 of them were all owned by Jaws, including the Philadelphia Soul.
You just pay the teams to lose.
Yeah. But,
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Oh, what's next, Tom, on the agenda?
That's it for me.
all right.
All right, so let's start some of our final thoughts for the week.
So for my final thought, I would like to share a little bit of wrestling, as always. If you were unaware, AAA was recently purchased by the WWE, and they put on their version of WrestleMania called Triple Mania this past weekend. It was fantastic. So we on the show, we've recently talked about All In, which is AEW's WrestleMania, which is, of course, WrestleMania, and Slammiversary, which is TNA's WrestleMania. This was probably the third out of the 4, but like it was keeping pace with WrestleMania and All In. Like, it was a very good pay-per-view. Highly recommend watching it. It is a little weird to watch an event that's not meant for someone speaking your language because everyone talks Spanish. But that's okay. it's still a good time. It's still good wrestling. There were a lot of WWE people who showed up, which was kind of cool. And it's free on YouTube. So why are you not watching it now? We're almost on our podcast. Go watch it.
Very true. After you're done here, go check it out. Mine will be a quick thing. This last week, Auburn University has announced that they're going to retire Cam Newton's number 2 jersey for the football team, which is pretty amazing because he only played there for one season.
Wow.
He had one season where the team went 14-0, and he was so impactful. He took them from an 8-5 team to 14-0, and then went back to 8-5 after he left. And it was funny because I was looking up the team the other week, and that team was absolute garbage. Like, there was absolutely nobody in that team that I recognized that was any real NFL talent, minus the kicker, and the kicker was Cody Parkey.
There you go.
I recognize maybe a couple other guys as like second stringers, but there was no real NFL talent on that team whatsoever. And Cam Newton drugged them to a 14-0 record, beating Alabama at one of the heights of Nick Saban's Alabama team, beating them on the route to the national championship too. And I'll admit, at the time, I was not a Cam Newton fan, but going back and kind of looking and seeing what he did, I got to give him props because that's just absolutely amazing that he came in and did that in one season and then went to the NFL.
Yep. I got to say, it does sound like you're describing the Panthers a little bit there when he was there. No other player had NFL caliber talent. It was just
true.
Cam Newton.
You had D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart.
I know.
Running backs.
Yeah. No.
I mean, they had no real wide receivers. Ted Ginn was the best receiver they had.
Yeah.
Greg Olsen was a pretty decent tight end, but again, it's a tight end. So, you had no real receivers, though.
Yeah.
For my closing thoughts, I have to say happy birthday to Pete. And
hey.
Because it's Pete's birthday, I found the most hilarious coincidence that this weekend, if you're a NASCAR fan, we have the Wawa 500, or 250.
Oh, shit, I might watch this one.
The Wawa 250 at Daytona, so it's going to be a heck of a time. And if you're not interested in any real sports, the U.S. Open starts if you're a tennis fan.
Hey. Tennis is more of a sport than car racing is, buddy. I'm sorry.
NASCAR.
At least they're using their bodies and not machinery. But so, is it sponsored by Wawa, the convenience store?
Yeah.
I like that.
Wawa sponsors the race.
And it's in Daytona.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
All right. Well, that's going to be it for today, folks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an episode of the Geeks and Greeks podcast on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and Amazon. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at Geeks and Greeks. You can also reach us by email at geeksandgreeks365@gmail.com. Until next time, may the coin toss of life ever be in your favor. Later, guys.
See ya.
Peace.